everyone, welcome back. So today I have a really requested video. I think since I started my channel, this has been one of the most requested videos that I've had, and I've actually done a similar video to this before, but this is an updated version. I get asked all the time if, like, could you make some MAC recommendations for me for like a starter kit, or what are your favorite products? Which I'm going to give a combination of these two requests because I know that MAC is a very overwhelming brand to a lot of people. To go into a MAC store, there's so many colors, there's so many options, there's so many products, and you're not quite sure where to even start. So that was actually what led me to YouTube in the first place. I was Googling MAC starter kits or MAC lipsticks. I was interested in purchasing some more products, and I wanted to know what was really out there without being intimidated by going into the store. So if that is what brought you here, I hope that I can help a little bit. So I'm going to combine the two kind of requests in. I'm going to do like a MAC starter kit, but these are all the products that I very highly recommend that I think are great from several different categories if you're looking to purchase some stuff from each of these categories. So it's not like you would have to purchase this on a whole, but I am going to give you my top 4 shadows that if you did want to purchase 4 shadows that you could use in an everyday look, that would be the best that I think you get the most use out of. And then I'm going to kind of give interchanging options because everybody has something different that they're looking for or colors that flatter them more. But I'm just going to give my recommendations on the products that I love the most. You can interchange these, and then hopefully if you're looking for something from any of these categories, these are my recommendations if you were going to start anywhere with MAC. So I will leave all my other videos that kind of relate to MAC because I'm a MAC lover at heart. So I will leave all those videos down below. I've done several eye tutorials. I do an eye series here where I use MAC shadows and I combine them, and so I will leave all those videos down below, plus any other swatch videos that I've done on my whole collection. So if you're interested in any of that, that will be linked down below for you. So I'm just gonna get started, and we're gonna start with face complexion products first. 2 products that are absolute staples for me are MAC's Fix Plus and MAC's Strobe Cream. I love these two. Fix Plus is a hydrating water. It's full of minerals. It's really refreshing on your skin. You can spray it when you're finished to set your makeup, but I like it more as just like a refresher. So if you have really dry skin, this is the perfect product. And I love the smell of it, I love the feeling of it, and I like this to use as a mixing agent. So I will spray my brush, and if I want any of my shadows to be more metallic, I just spray a little Fix Plus on it, and it's a great product to have in your kit, or if you're starting out with makeup, just something to use. You can also use water, but this is an all-around useful product. So MAC's Fix Plus would be first, and then MAC's Strobe Cream is a really nice cream that has like a shimmer to it. I like to use this, especially if you'd like a little bit of an illuminating glow. This is great to add to any foundations or put down as a base. This is in the smaller travel size, which MAC does have at, I believe it's available now online to purchase the smaller size, and I think this is $10 for the smaller size. Strobe Cream, Strobe Lotion are 2 different things. I haven't tried the lotion, but I do recommend the cream. Now I want to start by saying I don't like MAC's foundations. I find that they're too heavy, or I just haven't found one that has worked for my skin. So I don't own a MAC foundation that I would recommend to anyone. If you are looking to purchase a MAC foundation, you can go to the counter, have them color match you, and then take a sample home. That's my best recommendation to you. They seem to be a little bit heavy because MAC is kind of known for artists and stage makeup, and their foundations I find a little bit heavy, and I've had breakouts with them, and I don't typically get breakouts. So I don't lean towards a MAC foundation. I have tried the Prolongwear, and I do like that one, so if I had to recommend one, that would be the one, but I haven't repurchased it, so it's not like a tried and true for me. As far as foundations do go, the products that I really like are MAC's Studio Fix Powder. It's a little bit light, so I like to apply it with a brush, but this is a full coverage powder foundation. This is in the color C3, and I'm like an NC15. I'm pretty pale, so I would say I'm like NC18 if I really had to, but this is C3, color C3. It comes with a powder puff, but I have used this before on the go, but I don't really like it because that applies it really heavy. I like to use a really nice fluffy brush or a dense brush. Now if this is too heavy for you, then try using MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish powders. They have these in several different colors. This is in Light Plus. This is a really light mineralized powder, so it has a little bit of a reflectiveness in it, but nothing that you would see. This sets makeup beautifully. It is a nice light powder. It's not going to add a ton of coverage, but it still does add some coverage. This can be used wet or dry. I haven't really tried it wet, but you can use it wet or dry, all mineralized products. But I really do like this, and it gives a nice airbrush feeling to the skin, blends in really beautifully, and it just leaves a nice finish on the skin. So these are the two that I would gravitate towards, not any of their liquid foundations. For concealers, I have one that I just love and adore, and it's probably one you've heard about the most. It's MAC's Prolongwear concealer. This is a great heavy-duty concealer, and it has a technology in it that's supposed to prevent creasing, but I do find I still need to set it under my eyes for those pesky fine lines. This is in the color NW15. It does have a pump, and I find that I just have to press the pump just a little bit to get out the smallest amount of product, and that will be good for both eyes. It's a full coverage product. I haven't even known some people to mix a pump of this in with MAC's Strobe Cream and use that as a foundation, or your moisturizer, and use that as like a light foundation. And I mean, because a little pump of this will go a long way because it's so pigmented. So this is kind of a light color for me right now, NW15, but since I do use it primarily for under my eyes, I like to have it a little bit lighter just to brighten up the face, since I typically do it for the center of my face. But this is my recommendation for concealers if you're looking for a good one. Okay, for bronzers, I like some of the bronzers, and I have this one right here to recommend to you. It is, I guess I shouldn't say I like some of the bronzers. I don't particularly love some of the bronzers, but what I have loved are the mineralized skin finishes in the color Dark would be a great one, or a deeper color than your skin tone, because those just really blend in nicely. This is MAC's Give Me Sun, and it's a mineralized skin finish, natural, but it's in like a bronzer form. So this is really nice, but it is quite orange. I am wearing that today, but it blends in beautifully to the skin, but it does have a little bit of orange to it. So if you're looking for something that's a little bit less orange, I would try using one of the skin finishes in like the dark color or medium dark, something that would provide that lightweight blendability, but not too much of an orange color, because it is supposedly like a powder for someone with a deeper skin tone. But I do like this, especially in the summer, because it does give that glow to the skin that looks a little bit like a sunburn. For a highlight, I think the universal highlight would be MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle. This is a beautiful champagne highlight. It looks gorgeous on the skin. I'm wearing that today. You can top it on top of your cheekbones, down the bridge of your nose, center of your face. It's beautiful. It really catches the light, and I think that this would flatter a lot of different skin tones. It's not too bright, it's not too dark. It's that really middle of the road color. So this is my recommendation if you're looking for a great highlighting product. For contour and highlight shades, I do have a few products. The first one is Bone Beige, and it is in their sculpting powders. This is a great contour shade. It's not too dark, it's not too light, it's just that perfect color. You can also use this as a blush, but it's the perfect natural contour. I am wearing that again today, and I blended it out with the Mineralized Skin Finish Give Me Sun. So I love this to contour, and I do like it also as a blush. So it's like a dual product. You can use it for two different things, but it's a beautiful natural contour shade. Another one is MAC's Harmony. That's a beautiful one. It has a little bit more rose tone to it. I didn't grab that one, but this is the color that I would recommend that I think is good for lighter skin tone. If you have a deeper skin tone, try something like MAC's Harmony. That is a beautiful color. Or I think there is one called Shadowy. That might be one. So one of those might work for you. Now for under eye highlighting or setting, I like to use MAC's Powder and Emphasize. This is just a really nice whitish color. It is pretty stark, and it does have a little bit of a sheen to it, but you can't tell because it's so finely milled. This is beautiful for setting under under the eyes with a fluffy brush. So I just go and set my concealer with that, and it really just brightens up the eye. If you have a little bit deeper of a skin tone, you don't want to go too stark white under the eyes, try a powder like Accentuate. This is a little bit more of a peachy color. It's not as stark white, and it would work just the same for under the eyes. It's more of a skin tone shade. Okay, for blushes, I have several that I think are great for everyone. This one is right here, and this is called Rosey Outlook. It's a beautiful light, I would say baby pinky peach. It doesn't look like it would show up or be much. It actually does show up quite a bit. It's a beautiful pinky peach. Like I said, it's very wearable. I believe it's one of their Prolongwear blushes. It is what I'm wearing today. I love it. I think it looks great on a lot of different people because it's not too pink and it's also not too peach. For a really nice pink, I always love MAC's Pink Swoon. It's just a beautiful, bright, I would say like Barbie candy pink color, and this would give you a little bit more color, definitely a lot more pink to it. This is a little bit lighter and more subtle, but I love MAC's Pink Swoon. It's just a beautiful pop of pink. Now, one of the blushes that I just think is perfect for everyone is MAC's Melba, and it's a gorgeous peach shade. It always compliments everyone. It has enough pigmentation to it that it would show up on deeper skin tones, but it's just a beautiful everyday color. I think that whatever I'm wearing, even if I'm wearing cool tones or if I'm wearing warm tones on my eyes, every time I put Melba on my cheeks, I'm always pleased with how it looks. So Melba is probably my #1 recommendation for a blush if you're looking for a great blush, a starter blush, and you only can choose one. I would probably choose Melba. Okay, moving on to eyes. I'm going to start with eye bases. I have two here for you. MAC is known for their paint pots. They're like a cream shadow, but they can also be used to prime the eyes. A great everyday color is Painterly. It's just a nice neutral color, and I typically wear this all over my eyes. This has a little bit more of a pink skin tone to it, where if you get soft ochre, that has a little bit more yellow. So depending on the two, either Painterly or soft ochre are two everyday paint pots, a great eyeshadow base, help prime your eyes for eyeshadows. If you're looking for something with like a little bit more pizzazz, I do love this one in Vintage Selection. It's like a champagne, almost like taupey color. I love this. It looks really beautiful with MAC's. It has a little bit of pink even to it, but it looks really beautiful with MAC's All That Glitters eyeshadow, which I will show you, but that is one of my favorites for a little bit of extra pizzazz, also while priming the eyes and adding like a base, so it will help your eyeshadows appear more vibrant. Same with Painterly. If you lay down a base and cancel out the redness, your eyeshadows are going to have more of a canvas to work on, and then they will appear more true to color because you've kind of canceled out all the color on your lids. For eyebrows, I have one product, and it is their Dirty Blonde. This is their Dip Down or Fluid Line Brow Gel Cream. I love this color. It's a perfect brown color that's not too orange and it's not too dark. It's that perfect, like, I wouldn't say taupey because it does have, I guess it is a little bit taupey, but it's a perfect color for my eyebrows, and I really like the formula. It's definitely waterproof, does not budge. Now, I didn't include some of their fluid lines, which are in the same type of packaging, because I like other gel liners for a more affordable cost, but if you are looking for a great gel liner, MAC does have the classic color Black Track, and that's a fluid line gel liner. So if that's what you're looking for, they have a great one. It does stay all day. I just have found products from the drugstore that I like a little bit better, so I didn't recommend it. But for a pencil liner, some of my favorites are from MAC. My all-time favorite is the PowerPoint line because I have a really tricky waterline, and I haven't found anything that doesn't like smudge or move around by the end of the day, but the PowerPoint line of eyeliners stay on me. And one of my favorite colors is called Permaplum because it's like a blackened purple. Now this color is really easy to wear for everyday wear, and it just gives a little bit of something extra. Every time I wear it, it's not like you can see, oh, she's wearing purple liner, but it's not as harsh as black, so it just gives a little bit of something different. It's honestly one of my favorites, and I don't find that it smudges. If you're not into the purple liner, that line I highly recommend to you if you're looking for something that's going to stay in your waterline. Another one is the Eye Kohl Teddy. This is a great brown. It has a little bit of shimmer, but it's like a bronzy, chocolatey brown, and I really, really like this one. This is not from the PowerPoint line, so it isn't guaranteed to stay on your eye, or, you know, but I don't find that this one like smudges around or moves around too much on me. I am wearing Teddy under my lash line right now. Since this does have a little bit of shimmer in it, I wouldn't recommend putting it in your waterline, but if you don't have super sensitive eyes, I've done it before and it hasn't caused a problem, but it's not made to do that. The PowerPoint line, without the shimmers, this Permaplum, it would be perfectly fine to put in your waterline because it's like a cream formula. It doesn't have any type of glitters or shimmers in it. So these are the two eyeliners that I recommend picking up or taking a look at, and mainly the PowerPoint line I love the most. For mascaras, those are a newer product to me. I've tried a lot of MAC products to be able to say what I like and don't like. One of the newer mascaras that I've tried, I am wearing today, is this mascara. This is the 3D Volume an Extra Dimension mascara. I really like the brush on this. It gives a lot of volume. It's just like a straight brush, but I really like the formula and the brush on this. But this is a great mascara. For my bottom lashes, there's like nothing better than this for me, and it's MAC's Extended Play Gigablack Lash. It's waterproof. It has the tiniest like natural bristle brush, and it works perfect to get to those bottom lashes. I can get right to the lash line and pull down. The product distributes beautifully. I love this. It doesn't smudge around. It stays on me all day. So I really highly recommend this mascara because it is good for both top and bottom, and the size of the wand is just perfect for really getting in there and applying mascara to all of your lashes. I'm a little bit more new to brushes from MAC. So I only have a few, but I do have a few that I think are great and that I recommend. I'm going to start with the three that I really think are great if you are getting brushes from MAC. The first one is the 217. This is just a great crease brush. It's really nice. It works perfectly in the eye. Very similar to Sigma's, I think, E25 brush. Just a really great blending brush. I love this brush. Another one is MAC's 239 brush. This is perfect brush for applying shadow to the lid. It really picks up the shadow and it applies it nicely and blends it in, so it's a little bit more of a flat brush. I love this one for applying lid color. And then a great blending brush is the 286. This is like a dual fiber blending brush, and I used that today to blend out some colors. I love this one, and it really does a great job at diffusing the colors. So these are the three that I really recommend if you're starting out. Okay, moving on to shadow. This is like a hefty task. I have 2 or 3 of these dual-sided palettes. I have 2 quads that I go between. So when I was thinking about what to recommend, I do have a few different ideas. If you want to get 4 shadows, I have a few different options for a quad. So it would be like a few different lid shades, a few different highlight shades, a few different blending transition colors, and a few different of deepening shades. So I think in a quad, what makes a good quad in my opinion is a great lid shade, a great highlight shade, a great blending shade like transition color, and a great outer corner shade. So within that, I'm going to recommend to you my favorites, and you can interchange those for what your color preferences are, for what you're looking for. But it's basically going to be, if you were going to make a quad, those would be the 4 shades that I would get, whichever one works. But all of these shades I recommend. First, for the highlight shade that I recommend, is one of my #1s, is MAC's Shroom. It's a beautiful, it's like a subtle highlight shade. It's not too shimmery, it's not too metallic. It's just a beautiful all over lid shade, highlight, brow bone. I love this shade. If you're looking for something a little bit more shimmery and white, this is Floof. And that is a beautiful, it has a little bit more pink to it, and it does have a little bit more of a shine to it. I love Floof. If you're looking for more close-ups, I will, like I said, have the video linked down below where it's more close-ups, but I'm kind of gonna kind of breeze through these. A really great highlight shade is Nylon. This has more yellow to it and it's very, very pigmented. So that would be like a no joke highlight shade. Something that is matte that I love is MAC's Brulee. This is a great matte shade. It's a perfect cream everyday color. I love using this on my brow bone because it blends really well, and it's just a really nice highlight shade that doesn't have any shimmer in it. So those are some really great highlight shades that I recommend. I just kind of keep this in my drawer because I kind of pull from it of what I'm looking for, but those would be some highlight shades depending on what you're looking for that I really, really love. Now when I'm thinking about lid shades, a color that I really love is MAC Naked Lunch, and this, as you can see, is very loved. It's what I have on my lid today, but it is really hard to get a swatch of this because it's so used up. This could be a highlight shade, but it actually is a little bit dark, so I use it as a lid shade. And this is a little more of a peachy hint to it. I don't even know if you can see. It's more of like a really nice champagne pinky peach color. I love Naked Lunch. It's one of my favorite shadows ever. I think it's beautiful, and it's just that perfect shade to me. Another lid shade that I recommend is this right here, and this is MAC's All That Glitters. It's a gorgeous, I would say like a little bit more of a rosy champagne color to it right here. It's just a beautiful, rosy, very bright shade for the lid. I really, really love that one. Makes a really nice warm eye, but it can also be a cool color. And then a great golden shade is MAC's Woodwinked. I love this shade. It's such a beautiful shade that goes with a lot of bronze eye looks, and this, every time I wear this, I get so many compliments. So that is MAC's Woodwinked right there, and it's a beautiful metallic shade. I love those for the lid. Another one that I'm wearing today is MAC's Sable. Obviously, as you can see, I have loved this one so much. It's like a warm, goldeny but brown shade. It's a little bit darker, so you could use this in the crease or you could use it on your lid, but it has, I don't know if you can see, it's just a beautiful like brown with a little bit of some purple in it. And then MAC's Satin Taupe, which is one of the best sellers from MAC. It's a beautiful color that looks good on if you're cool tone or if you're going for a warm tone look. It's one of those shades that I think is easy to manipulate, and it's one of my favorites from MAC. So those are some great lid shade options. Okay, so for transition shades, MAC's Soft Brown is what I'm wearing today. It's that perfect like peachy brown shade. It's neutral enough, it's cool enough, it works, and it really applies the color to your lids. It doesn't look like anything special, but as a transition shade, it just diffuses the color. I love it, and it's a great base transition shade for any look. Another one would be MAC's Saddle. I love this color. It's a little bit more of a deeper color if you have a little bit more deeper skin tone, but it's a beautiful warm brown shade, and I love it. I also have that on today. It's, like I said, it's a little bit deeper, so I usually go in and put soft brown in, and then I deepen it up a little bit with MAC's Saddle. Something that has a little bit of a shimmer or a satin to it is Texture from MAC, but that's another really great one. This is a little bit more of a warm color, but it's kind of a combination in between these two. So I really love these. Wedge is another great one from MAC. It's a really nice, I would say like everyday cooler tone brown color. If you're looking for something a little bit more cooler tone, this is Quarry from MAC, and I love this. It has a little bit more obviously of that like purple cool tone to it, but it's great as a transition color for a cool tone look in the crease. If you'd like my recommendation for the color that I think would work for everyone for transition, or that I would recommend in a starter kit, it would be MAC's Soft Brown. I just think that is an all over beautiful color. Okay, for colors to deepen up the crease, one of my favorites is Sketch right here. It's a deeper maroon shade. I love this, and it looks beautiful to deepen up the eye. It's very, very nice and creamy, and I love the way it blends, but it's a nice deep burgundy color, and it's just beautiful, especially in the fall. Also, I am wearing it also today, like to deepen up the very, very outer corner, but I love that shade. MAC's Swiss Chocolate is another beautiful shade. It's a deep dark brown. It has more red tone to it. I love this shade. and especially using it with Saddle in the crease and then darkening it up with MAC Swiss Chocolate. MAC's Embark right here is another brown with a little bit of red in it, but it's a lot deeper. Swiss Chocolate is, as you can see, it's almost like a blackened reddish brown. I love that one as well. It's a great one as opposed to a black. And the last one is MAC's Handwritten, which is one that I have on right now right here. And I love this color because it's that perfect mid-tone but deep brown color. It's like a chocolatey brown color. That is what I also have on my outer corners. So if you were looking for some shades from MAC, those are my recommendations. And like I said, they're interchangeable. I do have so many other favorites, but when I was thinking about narrowing it down, those are just the shadows that stood out to me. Now the last category, lip products. This is my favorite category. I really tried to be good and narrow it down. I have two lip liners for you that I think would be great that work. The first one is Subculture. It's a very nice neutral, but it has a little bit of a pinky peach to it. Great one for every day. You can wear it with nudes, you can wear it with pink. It's a beautiful everyday color. If you're looking for something with a little bit more pink in it, I like this color is called Dervish, and that has a little bit more pink in it than this one has like the peach color. So these are the two recommendations of lip liners. I also really like Strip Down. That's more of a brownie nude color. If you're looking for something a little bit more neutral, I do like that one as well. Okay, moving on to glosses. I have two, and they are the lip glasses. I really like these, and I think that I just picked two that were great toppers. MAC's Angel, which is what I'm wearing right now. It's a great everyday pink color. It's just a beautiful milky pink color, and I think it's not too blue, it's not too warm, or not too yellow. And then MAC's Florabundance, which is a beautiful milky peach color. These two I think would look great over any pink or peach lip, which are the two that seem to go most on everyone. So like a great peach, Florabundance, and then MAC's Angel. They do have several lip glosses and lip glasses in different types of formulas, but those are just the two that I think that I like the best and that I use the most. For lipsticks, I have a pink and a peach color that I recommend to everyone. MAC's Angel, it's just like the best color ever. It's super creamy, but it goes really great with that lip gloss. It's just a beautiful, everyday, don't have to worry about it color. And then MAC's Pure Zen, which is like a peachy color. This melted in my car, so it looks kind of janky, but I love this color. So that is MAC's Pure Zen. It has a little bit more peach in it, and MAC's Angel. These are the two if you prefer peaches, if you prefer pinks, if you want one of each. These are my #1 recommendations for lipsticks from MAC as far as those two different categories. I'm a lipstick lover, so I probably could stop there, but I couldn't stop myself. For a great nude, I love MAC's Blankety. It's a nice brownie nude. It's very creamy. As you can see, it has a lot less peach in it. This is more of that peach, but this is Blankety, and I think it's a beautiful everyday nude that would look great on a lot of people. Another one that I love, I just had to include these. It's the Mineralized Lipstick line. They are a little bit more expensive, but they have just gorgeous colors. This is my favorite nude, probably maybe of all time, and it's called Pure Pout. These are extremely creamy and beautiful. It's just a great peachy pink. It's that perfect combination for a nude, and I love the formula of these. And then another one that I really like, it's a little bit more of a brighter pink, but it's called Divine Choice. This has a little bit more blue in it, but I love my blue tone pinks, and I really, really like this color. They have a lot of different colors, but if you're looking for some really great lipsticks, try the Mineralized line. Okay, that is it. I know it seems that I kind of went fast, but my camera kept dying throughout this entire thing, so I was really trying to get it all in, and it's a lot of information. But like I said, if you were going to go into MAC and you were so overwhelmed, these are just my recommendations and guidelines. If you wanted to start your MAC collection or your MAC starter kit, these are some products from each of the categories that I think work the best for me and that I love the most. So hopefully this helped. If you have some of your favorites that you didn't see me include that you'd like to leave below for other people who are going to be watching this video, I know I like to read comments on videos and get other recommendations from different comments. So if you'd like to leave some of your favorites down below, go ahead, and I encourage you to do so that everyone can learn from some of your favorites as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Mwah.